We are live. Yes, yes. This is Mondo Market TV, the Sparkle of Creativity show with Shahar and today we have a fun show.
Yes.
We're going to talk a little bit about knitting. We're going to do some show and tell, some fun things. You're going to love it. But before we get started, don't forget to share. Remember that this is a little get together. Hey, it's after the holiday. We're back to work. And this is a little escape back into just hanging out with some friends, talking about crafts, and really just having a good time. So call your friends to come on over right now. The best viewing experience, mondomarkettv.com. That's where I encourage you to go to watch. There's a chat box below the video. You can click to type in your questions and comments right there. But if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, I am monitoring those. And so I will be able to ask your questions, read your comments, and so forth. So do that. And this is a show and tell, so it's not just about us showing what we have here. We want to see your knitting work, so be sure to post it. If you're watching on Mondo Market, just post it in the chat or do it on Facebook, but send in your pictures and we can show it live with everyone right now. Yeah. So while Shahar starts the conversation, I am actually going to share this episode right here so that we can get the friends coming.
So this is what you should be looking for in your stack of photos, right? Is things that you have knitted, either dolls or functional items. So think about that. Not shawls, not apparel, okay? We want to see and we want to show them. So take a look at that and you can, like she said, post on the comments. Of course, on Facebook, it's at the Mondo Market TV page. You can post on the comments. Don't forget to give us a like. And even better, take a second later and give us a review because that helps us a lot. Okay, so the first thing I want to know is how hot it is where you are. Because I know it's hot almost everywhere today here in the US. Here in Salt Lake City, right now, it's like 99 degrees. It's super, super hot. But I know there are places that it feels like a lot more, right? If you're in the East, I know it's a lot more. So I want to know that. So let me know. And today, we have a different show than usual because I usually come here and I show you a demo how to do something. Today really I want to share with you some of the stuff I made and some of the stuff you made as well on the show. So if you find the pictures, post so we can show. It takes us a second or so until we see and we are able to put live for everybody. So the sooner you do that, the better.
By the way, I know Shalyn joined us,
hey,
so welcome Shalyn. And Diane Kelly is watching as well. Welcome, welcome.
Cool.
So send us your pictures of knitting things that you have done, cool dolls and things like that.
Yes. So do you like to play with fiber and yarn? I know I like a lot to play with fiber because I do a lot of needle felting. But I play with yarn. I play with everything a little bit because I like to try new things. I knit a little bit, not a lot. And I like to crochet as well. I do a lot more crochet than knitting. But what I brought today is the topic of the show, is the knitting part. And I'm going to show you some of the pieces that I made that I actually turned them into patterns so anybody can make them as well. And again, if you have dolls that you made, if you have function items that you made, I want to see. So post on the comments and we are going to show live for everybody. It's one way to show the world what you make. So do that. Take a look at your phone. You probably have some amazing things out there. Well, the first one I'm going to show is really very cute. I think they're all very cute. Are my piglets. So let's show over here. They're tiny.
Okay, so check out the piglets. Look at this.
Piglets. I have Mrs. Piglet.
This is Mrs. Piglet right here.
And she's going to the beach.
Her little
because
bikini.
It's so hot outside.
I'm going
She
even has a little tail.
Don't show my tush. I need to go on a diet. Look at this. She's going to the beach. She's going to have a lot of fun. And then Mr. Piglet.
Do we have Mr. Piglet?
Oh, we do. He probably hid himself there a little bit.
Here's Mr. Piglet.
Oh, yes, I'm going to go with the wife to the beach, and I have my shorts on.
Hey, Frank.
And I have my cap, so I don't get too sunburned. Right?
Let me show you the back.
Ha.
Yeah, very cute.
This is an adorable thing for you to give to somebody.
Yes.
Right? Because who doesn't like a pig going to the beach? Everybody, right?
Who doesn't like a pig in bikinis?
Yeah, exactly. Well, not only that, it's a very easy toy for you to make, but it's a cool toy to give to a kid as well. I made this for myself, and I like to play with toys, as you can see. But if you have grandchildren, if you have children, they will love this. And think about one thing that I think is crucial, and I'm always talking about that. It's important for us as human beings to create our own stories, to learn how to tell stories, and to deal with the conflict that a story has, because there's always some type of conflict. I want to go to the beach, but it's raining, or something like that. Well, when you're creating this handmade kind of toy, first of all, it's tactile. They see. We all know our kids today have a lot of digital entertainment, right? And that is okay. But the tactile is extremely important. Also, it's fun just to play and to throw. You know they like to play, they like to break toys, and they like to move on. Actually, on YouTube, one of the biggest shows that there is out there is actually a boy playing with his toys. So he opens the toy, he plays with the toy, he breaks the toy, and children, like in the millions, watch every single episode.
Huh.
Well, I think it's a lot more fun when they play with the toy and they break the toy. But as you can see, something like this can be played roughly, provides the tactile experience, but most of all, allows them to create a story with that. So if you think a 3-year-old today, the number of hours they spend on some type of a digital device, playing games and everything, it's cool, but they also need the playtime where they create the story. The toy is not doing things for them. They are doing things with the toy. So it's important. You may think, oh, come on, I can go anywhere and buy something that does something, has a voice or something. This is not only handmade, becomes an heirloom over time if it survives the play, but it provides them with storytelling. They creating their own stories.
By the way, we've got Kim Sorensen joining us. Welcome, Kim. Beverly, says hello from Australia. Welcome, Beverly. Linda Clay, she started watching. Awesome, you guys. Thank you so much for having here. Beverly said, TV, I've been having fun making the flowers.
Yes.
Crochet flowers.
Ooh, yeah,
or the flowers, yes.
All around here. Now, think about this. One thing we are asking everybody, and I know Kim does a lot of knitting. We want to see your pieces today. It's a show and tell. So you post a picture in the comment. We are going to show live. So come on, participate. Show us some of your
can it
creations.
even be Beverly's flowers? Can we see that? Even though it's
I
not
would love
knitting?
to see those, even though they're not knitting. But
Snap
yes,
a picture and send it to us.
Snap a picture there.
Karen just joined us. Welcome, Karen.
So if you have something knitted, we want to see and we want to show the world. Let's take this time today, not only to learn about things and to see what I made with 2 knitting needles, but also what you make. Let's show everybody else. So those are the piglets, and like I told you today, we do have patterns for all of them. So if you feel like I can make this one, they are all easy, because like I told you, I'm not a very experienced knitter at all compared to Kim, for example. I know she makes the shawls she makes and everything, but I can get around.
So can we see another one that you created?
Yes, I'm going to show you my favorite.
Okay.
Jessica.
Jessica.
Look at Jessica.
Ooh.
She lost a shoe. Well, she does have shoes, okay?
Or more like a foot.
No, the shoes. She lost the shoe.
Okay.
Don't start. You have this thing to downgrade.
I'm not downgrading anything.
She just lost the shoes, but she has a cute shoe here. Okay, so this is one of my favorite. Actually, she is my favorite. She is easy to make, but I like the fact that she's tall. And, you know, if you think about a child, how do they like to carry their stuff? I'm going around and I'm playing with my doll. And she follows that. It's good to touch. It's good to squish. And she's fashionable.
Yes,
right?
she is.
It's
she
a
is
very
trendy.
easy doll to make.
So let's see how much you can see right there. Yes. Hi, I'm Jessica. What's her voice?
I am a very fashionista doll. And I like different clothes. So I don't want just a yellow skirt. I want the red and the blue and the pink and the brown. See? So she's awesome to play with.
And she's adorable.
Adorable. You can create other clothes for her. You can use the same pattern to create the same cloth, but with different colors and then add some stuff, you know, like flowers and buttons, and according to the age of the child that you're going to give this to. So she's one of my favorites because she's really like old style playing. I remember when I was growing up, we could play on the streets and we could play with mud, and the dolls we had could go around and we would do everything to them and paint them. It's fun. And again, the tactile, the fact that they create their own stories, it's teaching them how to deal with conflict, how to deal with emotion. There's a lot of things that go into playing in the traditional way. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with the digital playing, but too much of it makes us, you know, really facing issues with difficult conversations later. We're dealing with emotions, we're getting frustrated, and even thinking that if things are not okay, I just click X and I quit. Well, with this type of play, I have to solve that problem. Think about this. It's not about just cute stuff that you can give or even sell, but it's about what it's doing to the kids that are playing this. Okay? So Jessica also has a pattern.
Yes, Jessica has a pattern.
With everything, including the clothes, and very easy to make.
You said it's easy to make?
Well, I made it. It's easy. If I make, it's easy.
So Beverly, she said she's not going to send us pictures because it's 7 a.m. on Friday there in Australia. She's still in bed watching. Bonnie said, I love your doll, Jessica.
Yeah,
Good
Jessica's
job,
awesome.
Shahar.
Yes.
And Karen asks, I knitted an elephant. Does that count? Yes, it does. So send us a picture of your knitted elephant.
Oh, yes. I want to see.
Yes,
Send it
we'll
over.
show it on the show right now. You got to send it right now, though.
I have a cute elephant that is not knitted, but can we show Ellie?
Yeah, look, this is Ellie the elephant right
I don't
here.
have it anymore because I did sell the original piece.
He's
but
adorable,
He's tiny.
though.
He's like 5 inches tall, and he's made with fur, so it's not knitted at all. But it's fun.
Linda says, I have never knitted, but appreciate seeing other artists' knitted pieces. I've been working on hands for my polymer clay elf. Hi, Karen, she said.
Well, you know, you can always knit the clothes for the elf and put it there. Okay, one more that I'm going to show. This is my second
who's this
favorite.
one?
I don't remember her name.
You don't?
Oh, Mary Lou, of course. Mary Lou. It was the name of my motorcycle. I had a motorcycle when I was younger.
Tell me about Mary Lou.
Mary Lou, Mary Lou. I had a song. And that has nothing to do with the motorcycle, but they both have the same name. Same thing, guys. Big, easy to play with, very fluffy, so fluffy! And very fun to make. It's fast because it's actually, the body is just one piece, like a bottle-shaped piece. And you make the wings and the, look at the, do you call talons for, how do you call the chicken feet? Chicken feet. So very easy to make. Very squishable. It's big. I keep always thinking about, you know, a young child like 2 years old or 3 years old and carrying a big toy like this is so fun and so cool. And of course, this little girl also has its own pattern. And this is the kind of toy that you're going to make a boatload of. Jessica is easy, but it has more parts, right? Because it has the hat and the skirt and the blouse. This one really, once you figure the body, that is, again, easy because it's a one-shaped thing, and you make this, you want to create a whole bunch of them. And let me tell you, this one lives in my kitchen because a kitchen without some chicken, what's wrong with that kitchen, right? Every kitchen needs some chicken. So she's there. I have a shelf, and she stays there overseeing everybody that should be cooking. But they're not. They're looking for something to eat. So this is Mary Lou.
Okay.
And the pattern. And, of course, there's always an offer when we are on, right?
That's right. So if you'd like to give it a try, create your own Jessica or your own Mary Lou, all you have to do is go to mondomarkettv.com. Go there right now. Shahar has prepared some patterns. All you have to do is basically just follow the pattern, knit along, and create a beautiful piece. MondoMarketTV.com is where you go. We have several different patterns. You've seen some of them today, like the Jessica. We have a couple different purses. You'll see an example here in a minute. We've got Mary Lou. And then, of course, here are some other patterns that are available, but these aren't necessarily knitting related. But yeah, you'll see the different samples here in a minute. But MondoMarketTV.com is where you go to get your patterns. And today, today, during the next 24 hours, there is an introductory price. So I encourage you to go there right now because the special pricing only lasts 24 hours.
And of course, they are all printed, so you're going to get them in the mail, which is a cool thing. I know because I'm always creating something, and a lot of things are digital. And when I'm in my studio or in my office, I have a computer, always fine and dandy. But when I'm in transit, and yarns are the kind of stuff that you do when you're in transit, you are a doctor, you're waiting, you're doing something. I don't have those there. And I'm not going to be opening a tablet or something. So having it printed is easy, and you can mark, because here's one thing. When you're creating anything needed, you follow a pattern usually, right? And you have several lines. When you're following them, this is what happens. If you're doing this in a computer, it has pictures and everything for you. But let me go to another page. You're following this on a computer, I tell you what it happens. It's hard to remember which row you are in that pattern, correct? When you have the printed one, you get a sticky note, and let's say I'm on 33rd row. I put the sticky note below where I am.
Oh, so that makes
right?
it easier for you to follow along.
I can put this in my bag again, go to another place, I pick it up. When I start again and I move to the next one, I just go one out, one out. It just helps make it easier, because when you're talking about knitting, you have a ton of rows to go. Even though you can see that mine are very simple, nothing is complicated here, so they are not super long, but still you always have several rows. So it's just easier to have it printed and with you. And the tiny investment that you're making is actually the same you would pay for a digital copy. Yeah, and if you ever bought anything online, that printed goes for more than digital, and that's not the case here. So think about that, because if you like to do, especially now that it's summer and you're probably traveling, sometimes you're at the airport waiting, sometimes you're just the passenger during a 6-hour drive, for example. It's the perfect kind of thing for you to make. It's small to carry, it's very light, and you can just stop, get where you stop, and move on.
Yes, exactly. I like that. That's a great tip too with the Post-it, just to keep your place.
It's so much easier, because when you are in the computer, I was doing a beading project this week, following along a pattern, and it's a nightmare.
It's frustrating.
It is frustrating.
So Shahar, Jerry said, I enjoy you guys so much. Well, thank you, Jerry.
Thank you. Come every week.
Karen sent a picture of her knitted elephant, so check it out.
Let's see that.
Yes.
Look.
She said it's still a work in progress. It's not finished, but almost.
It's very pretty.
It's super cute.
I think it's a she elephant.
Just because it has pink?
Oh, yeah. Usually when people use pink, it's because it's a girl.
Okay.
That's how it's been for a very long time. Gorgeous. Thank you for submitting that.
Yes, very cool.
Okay.
I didn't know Karen was a knitter.
Yeah, she's full of secrets.
Full of surprises.
Full of surprises. She's a nice painter, too. Okay, there is one that I don't have here because it was given to a kid.
This guy?
Yeah, and it's actually the biggest toy that I made. So it's about this one.
Can I show it?
You can show.
Okay.
This is Snowy.
Let's see right there. Look at
Look
Snowy.
at this.
And how big is he?
Well, his body is this big.
So he's pretty big.
So he's a big guy. He's a big guy. Very fun to play with, right? It's filled with fiber feel. It's very light, very fluffy, very
Plus,
fun.
Shahar, like I've always said, if I ever have kids, I want you to make their toys because it's so much fun for them. I mean, it's not only like natural, like an actual legit toy, but it's also made by someone you love, right?
Yeah.
There's so much more meaning to it, I find, than just a plastic toy that you buy at a store.
And again, it's something that they cannot get anywhere else. So it makes it even more special, the fact that you're making those for them. So this is Snowy, the happy fella. And I added 3 very big buttons, those that you buy at a craft store, in his body. So you have to do that according to the age that you're going to be given. So with a smaller child, you may not want that. You may want to make a pom-pom, for example, and put it there. This guy is very easy to make. It's 2 balls, the hands. It's very easy with the cap. It's a cool guy. It's
so really, if you're thinking about doing this for Christmas, now would be the good time to start knitting it?
What a unique present.
Have it in time for Christmas.
And how much are you going to spend? All of these, if I'm not wrong, They are done with one skein.
Oh.
No, there's
Nice.
nothing here that you will have to invest a lot. So you can use leftovers. You can buy one, but you're spending like $2 or so to buy a skein. And guess what? You make a unique gift to give or to decor your home during the holidays, right? And don't forget that your kitchen needs a lot of chicken. Because
So-
a kitchen with chickens is so fun.
Karen said she loves the kitchen,
Yeah,
the chicken.
The chicken.
I love the kitchen. Anyway, she wants to see a close-up of it.
Okay.
So, I thought we did one. Okay, so good. I'm glad
Let's
you asked.
see.
So here's
There
the
you
chicken.
go.
What's his voice or her voice?
Hi, Mary Lou. And I lay eggs. That's basically
So
what
let
I
me
do.
show you from the side view
Yeah. See,
Yeah.
I have big wings.
and big
Yeah,
tummy,
I like chubby people and
her
animals.
back, and then her little feet.
Yeah,
She's cute.
she's cute.
I like her.
I love her.
I like her little suspenders.
I made her a while ago, actually, and yeah, I really, I'm considering.
Her
I have
clothes.
other.
Good job on her
I didn't bring
clothes.
the other chicken I have. I don't have a pattern for that.
Which
That-
one?
The one we have in the bathroom. I have chicken in the bathroom too. So the kitchen is not the only place. And that one sits all the time. The green one is in our bathroom. And it sits there. It's very
don't
cute.
remember
Yeah,
it.
They are happy. Yeah. I actually need to make one for my neighbor. My neighbor has real chicken. And she delights us with the eggs every now and then.
Yes.
Okay, let's go to the purses.
Let's see the purses.
Now
yes.
look at this, because first the crock. This one, I'm very proud that I created that.
Okay. I'll let
Okay.
you. Do you want to demo it first?
And I have to tell you, if I make it again, I'm going to, this is the knitting pattern, so it only covers the knitting. But if you know how to put the lining, it makes it even better. This
little
one doesn't
sturdier?
have, but look, is this the best way to close up?
No, the close-up over
I
here.
want them to see
I
the
thought you
left.
were going to put it on and do your demo like you like to do.
I can't do that, but
Okay.
I want to look.
All right. So look at this right here.
It's a crocodile.
Do you see? This is the
Look,
crocodile.
The eyes.
Wait, there we go. The eyes.
Uh-huh.
And this is the flap that opens the purse. And then you have the purse on the inside,
Yes.
as you can see there. But this is a very cool, very different purse.
So let's think about this. Shahar here has a crocodile purse. And no animals were hurt in the process.
That's right.
Huh? But it's still super cute. Now, think about a little girl with
little
this crocodile. She would be the talk of her school, right? So again, it's very easy, the process, and it's very fun. If you want, if it's an older kid, you can actually put a big bead here, or even a black pom-pom, and then you have also the eyes. These I left without, but you know, the pattern teaches you how to make everything that, so you could add a bead here, or it has to be a big bead, or a pom-pom here, and it's super cool. If you know how to sew, then you can make also the lining, and it makes more sturdy for you, and it lasts longer, and it doesn't stretch because it has the lining inside, which is, I learned that for knitting pieces with purses, it's good. They just last long.
Super cute.
See, so this is the croc purse pattern.
Croc purse pattern. All you have to do is go to Mondo Market TV to get yours. And you can create your croc purse. Should we show them this?
If you're in Florida, you need a
Oh,
croc
that's
purse.
right.
Right, you
or
need
Australia, too.
one. Australia, hey,
Yes.
Bev. Okay, this one is for those that are more on the farm side of things, not the wild side.
Jan says, if you made a pocket on the head to hold a cell phone, I think that would be awesome, too.
Yes.
Plus, that would keep your purse closed.
That would be so easy, because what I would do is actually make a,
Go over here just so they can see.
yes, make, it's just one other strip knitted and add here, some hand stitches, and it's done.
Yes. Could you also do
I
the
don't have that
pocket?
in the pattern, but
Could you do also here the pocket?
well, you can,
'Cause
but that has
then
to
it
be
keeps your
a
purse
flip
closed.
phone.
A
It
flip-
has to be
has to be
so
an itty
small.
bitty phone.
It has to be easy. But you could put on the front as well. So just one strip knitted, and you have your pocket. Yes.
So now,
Okay.
can we show this one?
Yes.
So
So
tell
this
me,
is, well, for the farm people.
this one is Lamelia. That's what it's
Lamelia,
called.
the lamb
Lamelia,
purse.
the lamb purse.
Look at this.
Look at that. Let's take Time for them to
Look
move
at the head, the fluffy,
Look at the cute detail of the eyes, the nose.
a little embroidery.
And it's same style. Inside,
thing.
there's your purse, right? Then it closes, and it's adorable. Lamelia, the purse.
Lamelia, the purse.
Yes, Shahar, now time for you to demo it.
Okay, I look cute on that.
Yes, you do.
Tan, 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 tan. Let's go to the farm. One little lamb, two little lamb, three little lamb. They're so fun. And this one, you can make this one so fast. It's really fast to make. It's really fun. If you have friends that raise sheep, that like farm animals, if you have little girls in your life, you want to have this as a gift. Think about this. It means so much more if it's handmade. We had all that over a decade. I don't know if you know this, but people study this kind of stuff. And we had a period, especially here in the US, when the China products start coming over here, that everything that was handmade lost its perception of value. Oh, no, there's fun stuff in China. And for a long time, that was the deal. People would not pay too much attention for handmade, and the prices dropped, and you had chaos. Well, but then the recession hit, and when it did, one of the things that people did realize is that they had too much stuff. They looked at their garages, for example, and they saw, why do I need 20,000 boxes of Christmas lights? And they start seeing that they not only had too much stuff, but also they were meaningless. They had no meaning. Why? Because now we were all going through a tough phase. There was a lot of uncertainty. There were a lot of people losing their homes, without a job. People that, the next day they didn't have a profession anymore because nobody was going to buy anything. That happened, that in the real estate very hardly. With construction, it happened. So it made all of us rethink things. Do we really need to be buying stuff all the time and having stuff that has no meaning? So we start looking at, okay, what does have meaning to me? And things start shifting. And now we are here, years later. And you are seeing a resurgence of handmade, that people do pay attention and they are willing to pay the price, because now they understand you cannot compare this that is made in China for cents and think that something handmade should be that price as well. Of course, there is some education still to be done, but the fact is that now we understand handmade. Sometimes there is still some education to do. If you ever saw any course at Curious Mondo, our sister company, when Diana Boy is teaching weaving, she tells all the time that she, as a gift, she's always giving the washcloths for the kitchen to her friends. And there were some cases that the people, okay, and couldn't care less about that, but then later came and said, where did you get those? They are amazing, because then they saw the functionality and how good they were. But most people now understand handmade, and when you give something that you made, it needs to have value. And I have, as a rule for myself, when it comes the end of the year, I give people stuff that I made. And sometimes you can see the person doesn't care too much about that. But what I want them to understand is at some point in my 360 days of the year, I stop to think about them and what they would like. And I stop what I was doing to make something for that person that has a value attached to that. And people need to understand. So every time you're making something and you're giving it away or selling, you're putting that message out. When it comes to kids, even more important. This is a fun show, so we are not going to talk about the dark side of what's happening because people cannot deal with emotions, and what's happening because they cannot express themselves well, and they don't know how to solve problems. As a country, to keep being this amazing country, we need leaders. We need people that can solve problems. We need people that can deal with difficult moments and emotions. Believe it or not, it starts by touching and creating stories. So that's why we still need these toys. But what we don't need is toys that they do everything for us. It was fun for a while, right? All the robotic toys, and in some moments they have their place as well. But we don't need more people sitting and watching something being done and watching the toy. We actually need the children to come and to play and get mad and knock the chicken out and get mad again and throw at the other kid, because they are learning how to deal with their emotions. When they are just watching something do something, it's fun, but 5 minutes later, that's why that show on YouTube is so popular. It's broken. It's gone. Right? They break it. It doesn't keep. It's very different when you see the girl that doesn't let her own chicken anywhere. Right? They have that attachment, that emotional attachment that is so important. Like Linus had with the blanket. It has emotional connection there. So you want to pay attention to that.
You do. By the way, Jan said that purse, the Lamelia purse, would be perfect for a little girl.
Yes.
Totally.
Yes. And it's telling them about animals too.
Yes.
Right? Creating a connection.
Jerry said, that is so true about your message just now.
Thank you.
Jan said, I crochet to deal with my PTSD from the Army. That is why everybody gets a scarf. Some have 6 or more.
Yeah, exactly. Well, move in another direction now. Start with toys too, because then you reach a different audience as well. Right, when you're giving.
We've got Lee watching from Singapore.
Cool.
Yes. And then Sandy says hello again from the UK. Welcome, ladies. And let's see. Someone said, I'm trying to find it. Someone said, Diane, she said, I love all the knitting projects, but I can't follow patterns. Will you teach knitting on here? I'm a visual person.
Ooh, we have to find a. I know who.
Who?
We have a ton of people on Curious Mondo that can teach. Kim is one of them.
Yes.
Aubrey is teaching Tunisian
Hey, she's
crochet.
teaching a Tunisian crochet.
It's crochet.
Is that not mixing?
Sarah is coming with a beginner's knitting class.
Well,
She
really?
did the pin, yes. She did the pin loom weaving. She's coming with knitting in September.
You gotta watch that one.
You gotta watch, because she's an extremely good teacher at that. This is the thing. What I can show you stuff. But since I don't master knitting, I'm not the best instructor. She is, but any of them could help you. So this is the pattern for Lamelia. Like I said, easy to follow. Anybody submitted any other of their pieces?
Yes. We're gonna show it in just a minute here. Let's see. Jan said, I don't know how to knit, but I can crochet like crazy.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. I love crochet. I make a lot of dolls, amigurumi dolls.
Yes.
I make those all the time.
The
I love it.
amigurumi dolls are so much fun. We should do a show and tell crochet later.
Yeah, I don't have
other
patterns
time.
for those though.
But
Because
you
that's
have-
what I do with the amigurumi dolls. I just crochet them with no patterns whatsoever. So I would have to make one and stop. It takes forever to make a pattern.
By the way, Sandy, if you're interested in crochet, and this is off, we're talking
So
about our
off.
sister company, Curious Mondo, here for the minute, but she has an amigurumi course on Curious Mondo that's way cool, and it goes through how
it has
to
a
crochet
basic
the
pattern there.
dolls.
Yes.
Yes, it's fun. But we digress. This is
digress.
Mondo Market TV. Hey, if you want some of these patterns, for example, for Jessica the doll, or Mary Lou the chicken, or Lamelia the purse lamb,
The piglet's going to the
or
beach.
Allie the croc purse, or the piglets. I mean, these are adorable. Look at these guys.
Look at my bikini.
Yes, look at her bikini.
Look at my bikini.
If you'd like any of these, check it out. All you have to do, how do they do it?
I'm going to the
All
beach
you
with
have
the
to
wife.
do is go to Mondo Market TV and you can create your own cute little piglets and all of these things. We have a cool introductory special pricing going on, so during the next 24 hours. So go there right now to get yours. These are fun, easy to make patterns. Shahar made them herself. Super cool. You want to make it too, I'm sure. So do that, okay? So we have here a comment from Kelly. She said, I learned basic crochet when I was 11 years old from my 98-year-old great-grandmother who called herself a hooker. That was her crochet name. Gotta love Granny Smiley.
Yeah.
How precious is that, right?
That's how I learned too. My grandmother taught me how to knit and how to crochet. I always had more affinity with crochet, maybe because I thought it was easier, I don't know. But even today, anytime I go into a project, sometimes I have to revisit either a book or a video someplace. Say, how is it that you do that? But yes, my grandmother, and I remember really being beside her, and she's teaching, and she actually gave me 2 books that all they had, one for crochet and one for knitting. And all they had was pictures of each stitch and how to do it. And I kept those books for many, many, many years.
Super cool.
Super cool. We had a picture to show.
Yes, it's coming.
It's coming. Don't
Goodness.
panic. Okay, so I just have one more for you to show, and I don't have the piece here. The reason I don't have this piece here is because I gave it to a friend.
Oh.
Yeah, because here's another thing. It's never only about selling something. Okay, I gotta give my message because I think we can all make the world a better place by understanding small things. So this friend of mine, she's crazy about tea. I love tea, herbal tea especially. And I drink it, but most of the time, really, I have all this type of different teas at home. When I want, I make one. But for me, it's something fast, and I just want to enjoy the tea. She, on her side, she likes the process. So she has a ton of teapots and dudas for making tea better. And I even took a course with her the other day on the art of drinking tea because it is super interesting. Why do I think this is important? Well, because drinking tea, as coffee, is a ritualistic habit. And we as human beings, we strengthen connections when we adopt rituals. It's not by chance that every single church has a lot of rituals involved. It's one way to engage people. If you think about any multi-level company, they have a lot of rituals for the same reason. Creates engagement between the members. Okay? It creates engagement between people. So by thinking about, okay, what's the process of the tea making? Should we drink this with some flowers on it, or this one with cinnamon on it, or whatever, and inviting some friends over, that alone can be a super bonding experience. So this friend of mine, she has a ton of teapots, and I have one, the one that is on the picture, and I created a tea cozy for her, full of flowers,
Super
because
cute.
her number one passion is actually gardening. She is a master gardener, and she takes all courses that you can think of about gardening. So having a tea cozy with flowers is cool.
It's a big thing.
Why is the tea cozy? To keep the
The
water...
tea cozy.
The tea, very cozy, but the water warmer for a long
Here's
time.
another picture of it. In case.
This is the perfect time of the year for you to make some of these. They make amazing Christmas
But they're super fun. The
gifts,
flowers are
super
gorgeous,
fast.
and it just adds a unique element to your tea kettle. It's so cool.
If you have friends that like tea, this is a perfect gift to them. It's not something that is easy for them to buy online, and the ones that are online are kind of...
However, is it
very
easy
blah.
to make?
Huh?
Is it easy to make?
It's not as easy as the Mary Lou or the purses, but it is easy
But
to
it's
make. Yes.
sweet. And this is the Many Flowers Tea Cozy knitting pattern.
Yes.
Available on Mondo Market TV, so you can get yours.
Yeah, and then you can create another fun activity with your own friends. Think about this. She, the other day, actually, she had, look at this story. So she loves tea. You go to her house, you drink tea, right? And we go sometimes buy tea together because I really like to experiment with those, right? Well, her granddaughter, which now is almost an adult, and you know, as a teenager, is going through some issues in her life. She went to her and said, "Grandma, can I bring a friend over, a guy friend over, and have a tea party?" And of course, she has a gorgeous garden because she's a master gardener. So she put the table. She did everything amazing. Well, the guy was supposed to go there, have the tea party, and go away in an hour or two, right? He ended up staying during the night and playing board games with the family, and the granddaughter was there all the time. So they had this magical moment with something totally unusual for the times we are living.
Yes.
Right? And all around tea. When I was young, I read a book by a Chinese philosopher. I don't remember his name, but the book was The Art of Drinking Tea. And of course, as a teenager, instead of being outside playing with my friends or trying to get a boyfriend, I was reading a book about tea. But it was an amazing, I actually read that book 3 times because he was comparing the Eastern culture with the Western culture and how the tea rituals made all the difference on how people related to each other. I'm really passionate about behavior, and I think that was the beginning of that. All around tea, how it's important, why the temperature of the tea is what it needs to be, why when you're in the Eastern culture, you drink tea and you actually make a noise, which here wouldn't be part of the etiquette. It's actually to show the host that you're enjoying that moment. So all these things and how that would impact the society. So this is a pattern.
This is not just
very
a pattern.
Inexpensive pattern, but think about how can impact
On society.
people around you and our
Yes.
society. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Yes. And by the way, Bree just joined us. She's asking,
Yeah.
are these knitted? Yes, all of these are
all of
knitted.
these are.
In fact, Bree, if you knit and you have pictures of something that you've knitted,
You
we
still
do
have time.
Send it in. We want to see it.
Yes.
By the way, Shahar, we have a project from Lee from Singapore.
Okay.
She sent us her very cute Charlie. So check it out, you guys.
I
Look at
wanna
this.
see. Oh,
Whoa, super
It is
adorable.
gorgeous.
And you were talking about the blanket, so it's just perfect theme.
Linus is the one that carries the blanket and is
exactly.
emotional support. It is gorgeous. Congratulations.
Very cute,
Has
huh?
the fingers and everything.
Yes, so fun.
Lovely.
And then we have one from, let's see, Beverly sent
Australia?
her. Yeah, yes, Beverly from Australia. She sent her teddies that she
Oh.
knitted. Look at those.
Look how many.
She's wow.
I bet they are tiny. I should have brought. I have some. I did in crochet. I love them.
Wait
They're
a
so
minute,
cute.
wait
What?
a minute. These are the pipe
They are
cleaner
the pipe
teddies.
cleaners. Look how many.
Wow. Very cool.
Congratulations, Bev. I don't know if you heard me say, I think in the last episode, I actually got addicted to pipe cleaners, believe it or not. I made so many things. And I made really dozens and dozens of those teddy bears. And I live in weird places that I go to. So it may be in the bathroom of a restaurant or beside the table, on the wall. This is one of them. And just for people to find and smile, right? Because that's the best.
Yes,
Look at
and
that.
I noticed Beverly gave them little scarves and everything.
Woo.
Super cute.
Super cute.
Very nice. Very nice.
Congratulations.
Well, yes, good job. I like
job.
that.
So basically for today, Nash, it was just this. Show and tell. We wanted to show some people because what you create is beautiful and it should be shared with the world. And of course you can show on your profile, but when you show like here, we are reaching people on Instagram, on YouTube, on podcast directories, on Facebook. So, do that. I'm all for promoting. I think it's a win-win situation. I brought you some of my knitted pieces that I turn into patterns, and I invite you to get some of them. Like I said, they are fun to make, all of them, and they're easy.
super fun.
I like easy.
Yes. All you have to do is go to mondomarkettv.com. Go there right now. Get your patterns. You can get one or you can get all of them. They're all very much fun to make.
Yes.
So just go Mondo Market TV. During the next 24 hours, they have a special introductory price. So you want to take advantage of that, go there right now to get yours. Yes, go there.
Yes,
Oink,
go
oink.
there.
Oh, Frank, stop making that noise.
Oh, you should see when I sleep.
That is. And of course, since we are introducing this Spanish to Mondo Market TV, I did add some that I made as teddy bear friends.
They're cute.
So we have some. They are also on a promo price. I have the fox. She's tiny.
She's like this big.
Yes. Ellie the
about this big.
elephant is
I
a
love
bestseller.
Ellie the elephant. You
Yes.
can see him here.
And Lydia the bunny. They're all easy to make. It's the pattern. You are going to need some of those cotter pins for the arms to move, but you could also just put a thread through and be done with that as well. But I will show you the both ways. And so take a look at those. They are brand new on Mondo Market, and I think they're very fun. And if you like this idea, I have some artists out there that I have been contacting that make amazing patterns. And I want to sell them on Mondo Market, but I need to prove it works. So if you like, get one, because we have a ton more to show you from other artists that are amazing.
Yes.
We have more?
We have one more.
Because I see you looking at the pictures there.
Yeah, but we'll show them in just a minute. Beverly
Okay.
sent another picture. But Jan she said, I could imagine donating the little pigs to your local police department for kids in emergencies to help calm them down.
That's so cool, Jen.
Exactly.
Well, we should do this with these.
Yes, we should.
At the perfect time. It's summer there with the bikini.
Yes.
Yes, think about this. Even you see, it's quite often, right? You are about and you see a kid have a tantrum, and the parents many times they are desperate. They don't know what to do or how to deal with that situation. And you're carrying one of these. I mean, again, it's less than a skein of yarn. It's not a huge investment anyway. And you give to them, you can make their day.
And it's nice and enjoyable for you to make it too. Like, it's fun. You have a good time. You're doing something nice. You're thinking about someone else. It's just very gratifying.
When we think about changing the world, we are always thinking in making this huge acts out there, you know, that we change the world. No, make one person smile today. Start with that, because sometimes that's all she needed for that day. You know, maybe she's having dark thoughts in her mind. She doesn't know what to do. And by leaving a bear someplace, giving for a kid crying, something like that, you can change, or you can divert the negative pattern that they were following to something else. So why not? I mean, I create stuff all the time. I just cannot leave without creating. But I don't have a purpose to all of them to use in my life. I for sure don't have a house big enough to put everything I create, and you know, keep looking at just what you make is also not fun, because we don't need to be more self-centered than we already are. So why not give it away? Many times it's the opposite. You want to make money, and then I'm telling you, this kind of dolls, they sell anytime. I told you the alley.
How much would the little piggies sell for?
I think they are so fast to make. I never sold them, but maybe 10, 15 bucks.
Ah, cute.
Right, they don't spend almost any yarn. You can be working with leftovers, right? This
Now, a doll like Jessica?
I need to find her shoes, though. Well, I would say, I'm guessing here, $35 would go easily.
And she's so pretty.
And
Look.
she's so pretty.
35 bucks. Look how adorable Jessica
So, of course,
is.
this is a craft. You're following a pattern. You can sophisticate this and make them.
Nice and squishy.
Yeah.
And fun to hold.
And the chicken, people have a thing with chicken, right? So they are extremely easy to sell. So you can look at that side as well. I always think it may not be your main activity, certainly not mine, but every now and then I do participate in a bazaar or a fair or something. Sometimes because you have a friend putting on a bazaar and she needs support, you being there as a vendor.
Yes.
Sometimes just because at that time of the year you're free. Why not? I mean,
Yeah.
the least you're going to enjoy the people there.
So Bree said, I love the chicken. And
The
check it out,
chicken's
Bree.
awesome.
Look how
She
cute
lives
this
in
chicken
my
is.
kitchen. Bree, I'm not kidding.
Bree.
She's there on the shelf all for herself.
You can make one of me, Bree. Just go to mondomarkettv.com.
Come on, Bree.
Hey, Bree. How cute, right? And her little clothes, like she has little, almost like little suspenders, or her
Yes,
little
the
jumpsuit.
farm style.
Her little dress is
style.
adorable.
Yeah.
And once again, super fluffy and fun.
Yes.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Fantastic. So, Shahar, we have a picture
Do I
from
see more
Beverly.
pipe cleaners coming?
You do see pipe cleaners, yes.
So next week we're going to see a lot of chicken.
Look at these pipe cleaners from Beverly.
Oh, look at that beauty. I love the sunflowers. Yeah,
Right?
see? Don't they make
Super.
everything prettier?
They do, because the fun thing about the pipe cleaners is that the colors are so vibrant.
yes.
And you create the flowers and the teddies, and they just pop. They're cozy
We
and
have
pretty.
some now in the bathroom here
have
in the
them
studio,
everywhere
on
now.
the table for the other stage, everywhere, and I don't stop making them. It's amazing.
Bree said, I want to knit her a little egg. For
Yeah.
the, yes, exactly.
Or even a tiny chicken. Guess what? You can make it just one ball, a knitted ball, add the beak with felt and the feet, and it's done. And you can make a bunch of them.
Yes.
Cool.
All right.
I'm done.
I am too. I'm just checking to see if I didn't miss any other pictures.
Let me show you some
But-
of the Oh, Snowy, we don't have the guy here. Is
So
a
we
big
don't
guy.
have the demo, but here's a picture of Snowy that you can see. You can get him, and he's a big guy. He's bigger than the chicken.
Perfect for Christmas.
Perfect for Christmas. Great gift, great toy. We also have here the tea cozy, the many flowers tea cozy. I'm going to show you a picture from the back. Look how pretty this is. You have a friend who likes tea?
Yes,
Make them a
perfect
tea
gift.
cozy. They're going to love
And
it.
the kitchen is going to look
They'll see
prettier,
how
too.
thoughtful a person you are by giving them one of these. Now look, this is the
Jessica.
Jessica. This is the pattern for Jessica you can get. And then, of course, we've got the pattern for Lamilia, the small purse. And you saw her here earlier today, and she's a very cute purse and fun to make.
And the croc purse.
We also have the croc purse that you can make. No animals are harmed in the process, and it's a super super unique purse ready and fun for you to make. So all you have to do...
And can I say something with this one?
Always.
Well, think about this. You get the pattern, and you're going to learn how to make the head, which you want to know, right? So you learn this. Well, you get here to the neck, and you keep going. You keep going. Keep going. And you have a scarf.
Wow.
So
That, oh yes.
then you give the back
I've
and
seen,
the scarf.
she has made that scarf.
I have a scarf.
It's super cool, actually. It's very pretty.
Yeah.
So yes, good. I like that tip. Get the purse, doubles into a scarf.
Yes.
Right?
You just keep going.
All you have to do, mondomarkettv.com, and of course you can get the little piglets as well that
And
you've
the
seen.
chicken.
And the chicken.
Mary Lou.
So Mary Lou the chicken. mondomarkettv.com is where you go. Go there right now. During the next 24 hours, we have a special price.
I remember the song
Oh, what is it?
that I had a motorcycle that I call Mary Lou, but it's actually about a chicken. The bad part is not in English, but you want to hear?
Sure.
It's a song, really. Somebody sang that in the radio. Eu
Tinha uma galinha que se chamava Mary Lou. Mary Lou.
Mary Lou.
That's how it goes.
Dia, essa galinha. Then I don't remember anymore.
Mary Lou. All right. So I'm just doing a final check to see. Yeah, Bree, there you go. She said she loves the scarf idea.
Yeah.
And she wanted to hear the song, so there we go. So thank you guys for joining us. Don't forget mondomarkettv.com to get your patterns right now. But we'll see you. Remember, we're here every week, every Thursday at 3 p.m. Mountain. That's 2 p.m. Pacific, 3 Mountain, 4 Central, 5 Eastern. Tune in, mondomarkettv.com. Join us live for a fun get-together with friends. We get to talk about crafts and arts and just really have a good time. So join us next Thursday. And we also have every Wednesday the Crafting with Shalyn show. And so that's also a phenomenal time. Same time of the day, 3 p.m. Mountain, 5 p.m. Eastern. Join us on Wednesdays for Crafting with Shalyn, and then Thursdays for Sparkle of Creativity with Shahar. So we'll see you next week.
Next week we're here. Hope you had some fun. Prepare your pictures.
Yes, send us pictures.
Yep.
See you then.
See ya. Thank you.